well, shoot, it must be 90% bar members.
That's right, and they have the whole purpose of setting up the three branches of government: the executive, the judicial, and the legislative, was separation of power, so one could check the other. Now, if everybody's a member of the Bar Association, if everybody's a Mason, if everybody is a dual citizen of Israel, then they ain't exactly working for the people, are they?
Hey, you got it so right. And how about a president who's a British subject from Kenya? You know? Now,
Bruce, you were doing so well, and then you became a birther. God almighty. You're a birther. You're a truther. You want the truth about 9/11? You're some kind of radical. You're a truther, aren't you? Yeah. And if you're a truther, then you've got to be racist and anti-Semitic. You probably think that the Jews control Hollywood, don't you?
Hey, that's another whole topic. But the topic of the president, what a lot of people don't know, is that the Manning case. Remember the Manning case from Harlem?
That's right. And by the way, that I pointed out that was actually the first and really well organized and publicized grand jury, and it found him guilty. Here's the problem: nobody's gone to arrest him.
Well, now this is what Marianne and I traveled to New York to meet with Pastor Manning. And we told him, Pastor Manning, you got a great thing here, a great decision. You had composed a great jury, you were a great judge, but you don't have any enforcement. And we have 50 grand juries that we helped form in the Restore America plan, and we've been promised enforcement by the Provost Marshal. So we would like to take your findings and put them out to the grand juries and get some decisions and get them into the Pentagon. So Pastor Manning said, okay, I'll give you the transcript. Well, he didn't have transcript. He didn't have MP3 files. He had digital audio tape. So in 3 days, we got those converted to MP3 files and transcripted out at 5 large Word documents, transcripted out by a service in Colorado, and we spread that out to 38 of our 50 grand juries. And the reason we didn't spread them to all 50 juries is because there was a lot of chaos with a lot of Tim Turner followers in the other 12 juries. And so I had to do some intuitive and also some logical reasoning as to which juries could be trusted. But believe it or not, Clay, we must have had God on our side, because this thing was kept a secret from the internet even to this day. You cannot find out on the internet that we, 38 grand juries, did a presentment. We went beyond the Manning case. We filed a presentment with the Pentagon on June 16th, and for 38 grand juries and the private attorney general, Thomas Bradford Schultz, and he lodged that with Mike Mullen, the admiral and chairman of the Joint Chiefs. And it had over 50 charges against Obama and 3,000 John and Jane Does. We put 3,000 in there to make sure we could pick up the whole cabinet, the Congress, judges, military, high-level officials who were part of the corrupt global cabal, the New World Order.
Let's see, a long time ago, I put up in the first Free American, I said, if you're working for a one-world government, then you're a traitor. You're a traitor to this country.
And you got it right, Clay, because I think all 38 juries, or almost all 38, close to all 38, came up with treason. And that was what, the sad thing that happened with the Manning trial is they didn't go to treason. On the first day of the trial, FBI agents went in and said, if you don't take treason off the table, we're going to come in and shut this whole operation down. So, at least that's the intel I got from people in the know who have contacts in the FBI, Homeland Security, and the CIA. So that's what I was told. And so, unfortunately, and when we talked to Pastor Manning, he said he took treason off the table because he didn't feel the jury would go that far, that they weren't prepared to deliver a verdict on treason. But see, the grand juries, that was a jury trial. Ours were reasonable doubt, probable cause. So our threshold was lower. What our juries had to decide is there probable cause that this man and these 3,000 John and Jane Does, is there probable cause that some of these people committed treason? Yes. So we delivered that to the Pentagon, and we expected the provost marshals to take action. And that's when Tim Turner's PSYOP operation took place and shattered the juries nationwide. That's a little bit of the story that you don't get, because you've got a million bloggers out there who, really don't care except to produce sensationalism and disinformation. I don't care whether you listen to, Casper or Four Winds. I mean, a lot of intelligence investigators have determined that Casper, which is like Casper the Spook, the friendly ghost,
right.
or Casper, Wyoming, does that connect with somebody, a dark eminence we remember from the White House? But Casper, Wyoming, all of this, a lot of people are pretty certain. In fact, one even confessed and came out and said that Casper is a code name for Dick Cheney. So if you're reading Casper, you're getting 1 grain of truth for 1,000 grains of falsehood every day.
Well, what is the definition of propaganda? Propaganda